So the strawberries are coming in at a normal time. The onions, though they look like they're doing very, very well, it's just one side of it has more onions than the other. I think I planted maybe three or four on each side, and two of them on one end just didn't want to produce well or even establish the roots of it, so they're not doing anything. The carrots are coming in for a seed this time of year, so I'm keeping them for the seed. Um, Again, there's some weeds growing up in between there, but again, there's also no a stake in that area as well. The tomatoes look like they're all evenly growing up. The radishes look like it looked like at first that the stake was actually going to be doing something, but come to find out, all of the first batch that I planted at once just all seemed to produce relatively a day or so behind each other. So there were some plants that was like putting forth their true leaves maybe a few days ahead of the others, but they all are doing it together at the same time. So when I first looked at it, it looked like around the stake closest to it, they were about ready to like get off and popping, but then the rest of them was off and popping as well. Um, on the outskirts, like I did say, I did plant a second batch, so those are coming up a little bit slower. So that cannot be taken into account as far as the results and the effectiveness of the electroculture garden. Now, when it comes, forgive me for my voice, when it comes to the corn looks relatively even, though the plantings were at least 2 weeks separate from each other. Now, I am taking a closer look at it each time I come out to the garden just to see, okay, is the stakes really helping it or is it not? Because that's the only area where it looks like it may have a possible chance of achieving faster yields and better fruiting. Now, we don't know because it's going to take a few more months for that to fully come into maturity. The watermelons, the beans, and the squash, some of the peppers have all been recently planted. I'm not seeing any peppers pop up, so my backup plan is to put some tomatoes in that area. Any excess tomatoes I have, I'm just going to be throwing into that area, and possibly putting another stake over there just to see. But other than that, it looks like it's not working so far, but I'm still going to be pushing it. I'm going to be looking more into the garden to see how to do it correctly, if there's a correct way of doing it. And I'll let you guys know.